In this video, you'll get an overview of the Department of Toxic Substances Control's Permitting Division and hazardous waste permits. The presentation includes permitting's mission statement, where and who we are, what permitting is, what the division is authorized to do, definition of a permit, types of facilities, permit universe, and the process. Permitting mission statement emphasizes the protection of human health and environment by issuance of permits that are timely, legally defensible, and technically solid. We are located in 3 offices in California with some 20 staff in Sacramento's regional office, 7 staff in Berkeley, and 7 staff in Chatsworth. 1972 saw the passage of Hazardous Waste Control Act that established the California Hazardous Waste Control Program within the Department of Health Services. California's hazardous waste regulatory effort became the model for the Federal Resource Conservation and Recovery Act, also known as RCRA, which was enacted in 1976. Toxic Substances Control Permitting Program was mandated by AB 1593 in the year 1977 and took effect in 1978. At that time, it was estimated that there were 1,300 major facilities in the state and as many as 6,000 small operations that would need to be permitted. From its inception, the permitting program was designed to protect public health and the environment through the issuance of operating permits for facilities that treat, store, or dispose of hazardous waste. In next couple slides, I will be discussing about permitting foundations. These foundations include authorization, defining a permit, permit types and facility types, permitting universe, and permit process. Permitting division is authorized to review, approve, or deny hazardous waste permits. This authorization also applies to permit modifications, emergency permits, and hazardous waste unit closures. We also assist the regulated industry and other agencies by providing technical support and navigating the sometimes complex issues of permitting. So, what is a hazardous waste permit? It is a permission for facilities to treat, store, transfer, or dispose of hazardous waste. Dealing with hazardous waste is a necessity today since it is a byproduct of materials that we use in our daily lives and it has to go somewhere. So, we have measures to monitor the life cycle of hazardous waste to ensure the protection of the public. For this reason, any facility in California that treats, stores, transfers, or disposes of hazardous waste is required to obtain a hazardous waste permit from Permitting Division. Key parts of permit include a good description of hazardous waste operation, having closure and financial mechanism in place, have a clear document that enforcement can follow, and the permit be renewed every 10 years. There are about few types of hazardous waste permits in California, but the two DTSC deals with are RCRA and standardized. This type of permits require more review and can be of higher risk. There are 3 types of hazardous waste facilities we deal with. 1. Operating landfills. 2. Facilities that treat, store, or transfer hazardous waste. And 3. Facilities that are closed with waste left in place that still need to be monitored. This type of facilities we call post-closure facilities. California has 3 active hazardous waste landfills, about 88 treatment and storage facilities, and some 26 post-closure facilities. In total, about 117 permitted facilities issued through permitting. They are spread fairly evenly throughout the state, with more facilities in Bay Area and the Los Angeles region. The permitting process includes 5 key steps. First, the permitting division receives, reviews, and corrects the facility permit application. Then, a draft permit is prepared and made available to the public for review and comments. This is followed by permitting's response to the public comments, including the decision on the permit. Last, the public has 30 days to file an appeal to the decision. When DTSC makes a permit decision, the regulations require an extensive public outreach. These include newspaper announcements, radio ads, flyers, internet postings, public meetings, and hearings. One key element in the issuance of hazardous waste permits is the financial protectiveness to taxpayers. This is done by requiring the facilities to set aside money in case they become financially insolvent. If the company were to go out of business, then the money that was set aside would be used to cover the cost for closure or maintenance of the facility without burdening the taxpayers. This financial requirement is critical before the permitting division can approve a permit. Permits take time to prepare and issue because they require large reviews, involve many different disciplines, and need close communication with community members and coordination with other agencies. According to EPA, the national average to issue a permit is about 4 years, but DTSC is striving to achieve an average of half of that. The zone of influence of permit covers many entities: the facility, the Water and Air Quality Control Boards, US EPA, taxpayers, Department of Justice, communities, local agencies, and the Department of Public Health. So, when a permit writer prepares a permit, the list of requirements to be aware of is extensive. The list includes state and federal hazardous waste laws, the California Environmental Quality Act, facility financial solvency, environmental justice, facility oversight, transparency with communities, air and water protection, and local land use. This is why a permit writer includes a number of subject experts in the review of permit application. These experts come from different fields such as legal, toxicology, public participation, industrial hygiene, geology, media, environmental quality, and enforcement. If you would like to get more information about the permitting division, please visit the DTS's SharePoint under Core Programs. Click on Hazardous Waste Management Programs. This will lead you to the permitting division link and internal web page. Permitting division information is also available on DTS's website under Managing Hazardous Waste. This is Hiral Doshi with Permitting Division, and I hope you found this video informative.